Adam has been practicing and performing circus since 2001. He is a student at Arizona State University and is working on cryogenic, that's right, cryogenic research, studying the nucleus of atoms at zero point 0.3 Kelvin. His three words that describe himself: very hard working. And he'll be performing in the City Plaza for circus as well all weekend. Adam, make your way on up to the stage.
So, as he said, I do science and I do circus, and I get to hear from people all of the time, wow, those things have nothing to do with each other. How can you stand that? But that's not true. So, I made this single slide for you to look at. So I invented this, I wrote a program called Kinetics of Math. And the purpose of this program is to teach students in high school the connection between circus prop manipulation and mathematics. In particular, I'm focusing on trigonometry at this time. So here's where the visual starts. What do you see? Loud, loud. A circle, yes, exactly. But the question is, where is the circle? Because I'm just holding a floppy string with some LEDs at the end of it, right? Yeah, the circle is in your head. Agreed? Yeah. And it is that technique of visualizing patterns, which is the thing that connects the skills we learn in mathematics and the skills that we learn in circus. You have to be capable of visualizing it, and you have to be capable of imagining what's going on. All right, finally they caught up with me. Okay, so we all saw the circle. So the circle is not the purpose of this slide. The imagination is. Can we take a breath together? Thank you. All right, so Kinetics of Math is all about bringing these things together, and what we do is first we play, and then we sit down at computers and we talk about mathematics and learn how to one more time. I'm not playing with props enough. All right, so poi. This is a beautiful thing. It is a string and a weight at the end of the string, and usually we hold two of them at the same time, and you spin them in circles. Or sometimes you spin them in more complicated circles. Okay. So when we're doing things like this with our bodies, it's also stimulating our minds. And this is the concept of my class. Come together, learn how to do something, a physical activity for half an hour or 45 minutes. It gets our bodies moving, gets our brains stimulated, it gets our social skills operating, we can do a lot of talking, and then we go and focus on some mathematics while we're still activated. And when we sit down and work at computers, we do not work alone. We work in groups. So that you have to be talking, you have to be discussing, you have to be arguing while you're going through this. And it has been absolutely amazing. I have seen students, after 4 hours of talking about mathematics, continuing to ask questions about it. So, we do poi, then we do math. You know what we do next? Poi. Then we do math. And then we do poi, and then we do math. And as far as I can tell, I'm no expert, and I'm not trying to rewrite the manner in which we do education of mathematics in general, but this technique has really read well to me and my students' communication back to me. So let's start with how the lesson might go. Here's a circle, right? Now the circle has this thing where it goes up and down and up and down and up and down, right? And it just keeps repeating this over and over again. And that is exactly what a cosine function does. And if we do it and we look at it horizontally, up left and right, and that also is a cosine function, but it's oriented vertically, right? So let's go back to the circle again. And imagine that my poi is moving in a circle. And then at the same time that I'm moving the poi in a circle, I'm going to start moving my hand in a circle in the same direction. And I have the equations for this on the board. And you can see that that is just a combination of sine and cosine functions. All right, now let's return back. Okay, so we go back to center. My poi is moving in a circle again, and this time I'm going to move my hand in the opposite direction that the poi is spinning. And we could do that with two hands to make it look a little cooler. Ooh. All right, you see it? Excellent. So after doing this with my students, guess what? They become playful. They figure out how to explore mathematics with their own imaginations. And so I have some pictures of their screens at the end of the day once they have felt comfortable with playing with the programming for a little while. So while this is happening, one of my most important tasks, I feel, is to stimulate creativity in mathematics. Most people know how to be creative with our bodies, and then we forget it sometimes after 12 years old or something. But it's difficult to find the creativity in mathematics. So, so I showed you poi at the beginning, and I'd like to show you a little bit more poi now. And my question is, do you see something different when you're watching it? So my program is called Kinetics of Math. I've taught it with a couple of different organizations in the Triangle. It's been a lot of fun, and if you see us out or you're interested in having some alternative mathematics education, please feel free to reach out.